Hey everybody, this is the Geek, the Nerd, and the Tangent.
We just got out of, what was the movie called again?
Skyscraper.
It melted my brain. It was so complex, a masterpiece of cinematic proportion.
It was the Mozart of cinema.
Oh man.
Yeah, but if you don't know, well, first off, this is Matt here.
And this is Bret.
And we went together. We just randomly decided kind of last minute to go see Skyscraper last minute on opening night.
I have to say I had fun, but I don't recommend it.
It's a popcorn flick.
But see it in the theater, see it once. Promote original movies, because I think this was an original script, whether it's derivative and like any other Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie.
I personally think that it is an adaptation of the mythology of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
There's going to be a crossover movie where he plays every character, I think.
Yeah, anyway, this movie, you may want to see it, you may not. It's essentially a cheaper version of Taken,
but not even like it's like Taken stuck inside of a burning building.
Right, it's like a disaster movie with a heist, kind of, with
criminal
kidnapping. Yeah,
they've crammed so many different things into this.
Every character in this movie is forgettable, other than that they're completely ridiculous. So the bad guy, I guess the bad woman in the movie, that's kind of the mastermind behind everything, is super cheesy the whole time.
The bad woman that's the mastermind behind it, is she I thought she was just...
I think, well, at least she's running the show at that level or whatever.
Outside,
maybe there's someone above her, I don't know.
The one guy that they knock off, well, we're getting into... I just can't stop getting into spoiler territory in my mind. I want to tell you all about the movie.
Well, that's okay. We're going to... Yeah, there's no need to even spoil this movie, because you could probably sit down with a pen and a pen and paper and write out what you think the plot of this movie is, and you will have it down.
Well, the thing is, after watching the trailer, I wasn't quite sure. Like, it was just like boom, boom. I'm like, okay, I could get the Taken reference. It's a burning building.
You know, in trailers, how sometimes they'll show footage of something, but the effects are not complete yet. So, for example, Jurassic World, when he initially is sticking his hand out to Blue to like reacquaint himself, and then Blue just goes, and it cuts out. You don't know why, but in the movie, it's because, spoiler,
Jurassic World.
Right, for Jurassic World.
Fallen Kingdom.
But in reality, it's because the dinosaur gets shot in the neck with a tranq. And so that's why it made that noise. Anyway, the point of that is, in the trailer, you see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson jumping from another structure of some kind to this building. That is what happens in this movie. Yeah. They weren't just too early in the game to have not added something in. That is really a scene from the movie.
And you know what? On the big screen, this was just fun, but it's not. We were laughing.
Oh, there were some laughable moments.
Loud moments. And that's what made it so fun.
There was some almost intentional comedy, and it was kind of funny sometimes, but the funniest moments were just the ridiculousness of it. And I think the movie was self-aware to an extent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it knew what it was.
Yeah, and it's not trying to be like... I think it's just like the dad who saves his family story, you know?
Yeah, they're just writing a movie that is going to sell a lot of tickets and probably will do better than Solo, which is really sad.
Yeah,
because all of you people that didn't go see Solo, I promise you, Solo was a better movie than this, and you're probably, a lot of you are going to go see this movie.
Hey, the one prop is I don't think it's an adaptation of a book, or I always want to support something original. I just hope it isn't totally like this.
Right? It's not the best.
It's not a Chris Nolan movie.
No, it's no Chris Nolan. It's no Denis Villeneuve or any of these greats. It's nothing like that. It's
a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie.
It's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing himself pretty much I think his mythological character that we've all created in our American minds.
You have to give him props though. From his like professional wrestling background, he has a physicality that he can do things that just like look cool, you know.
It's true. Yeah, he is a large man.
Larger than any other normal man. It's like if you saw a guy walking around that big, you do a double take.
Oh yeah, you would. You would do a double take. Overall, Brett, what would you rate? I know you do stars. What would you rate this movie?
I might go a little, just because I'm having so much fun right now. At this moment, I'm almost thinking 3 stars out of 5. That's high. That's way too high. It's more like a 2-star movie. It's more like a 2-star movie.
Maybe.
For me, I know. For me, it's like a 2-star movie. I can maybe knock off stuff, but the fact that I was enjoying myself, maybe that's just because I'm here with you.
Yeah, we're just having a good time. It doesn't matter that the movie
that taints my my rating, but it's like a 2-star movie out of 5. I think it's 2 stars.
I think your ratings can be tainted. I've done that plenty of times where I've given movies credit for whatever reason, even though the movie wasn't that great.
And you like to nitpick too, so
I do. But so I do letter grades. What do you think I would give it?
Oh. I'm hoping that you give it in the D range and not a complete F.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm not giving it an F. I would probably I'd probably just give it a straight D. Not a D minus, because there was enough there of entertainment value while you can stuff your face with popcorn and enjoy yourself, right?
And if you're going to go, it does have a full story. I mean, it's all predictable, so I mean I guess there's unanswered questions you could say, but it does have a beginning, middle, end in the classic sense. They were doing like a textbook movie.
It's true. It was textbook. There was plot point 1, there was plot point 2.
And every time, and things just kept getting worse. You're like, oh, they're doing this thing. It's just going to get worse.
Oh, look,
when are they going to almost fall off? When are they almost going to do this?
Yeah.
When is this?
The dad gets separated from the parent, from the other part of the family, and so on and so forth.
The son disappears for a little bit at the end.
Yeah. So but like I said, if you sat down with a pen and paper and you knew what you know from the trailer,
I bet probably put together.
You could put together pretty much how this movie's going to go.
I just have to say, this is kind of spoilerish, but why does the flash drive look like a funky Chinese phone from 2005?
That is a good question. I don't know. But does anyone know? Does anyone know why it looks like that?
Red.
And also, like, the technology is a little bit.
The facial recognition is interesting because it like shows you a 3D model of your face when you're doing it for some reason.
Yeah, that seems very crackable. Just get like even if you had someone dead, like get a death mask or put them,
Well, just like any, this has classic TV technology where they're like, oh, let me punch that up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there.
Right? That moment, that was a laugh out loud moment when she's describing one of the suspects.
He's, what is it? Scandinavian. They're like, and they find him.
Oh, like a tall Scandinavian. They type 3 keystrokes, and then up pops like 10 faces. She identifies him, all in the course of about 7 seconds. Of course, it's ridiculous.
That's what oh man. Oh, and he has his leg.
Yeah,
I know it's good to see people, people who have disabilities doing action, even though he doesn't really in real life. But that leg is used in unique ways.
Yeah, that is true. And some of those ways do end up being comical. Maybe they're intentional. I don't think so.
Well, he does. Okay, spoiler. There's a door, and he stops the door, Indiana Jones style, like he does with the
oh man,
like in not Indiana Jones. What is it? In UHF when Weird Al stops the door with the Oscar.
Oh yeah, yeah. That is it.
And then he kisses it afterwards.
Doesn't he do that in Indiana Jones as well with the golden head?
No, because that's why it's funny with UHF. What does he do to stop the door? Does he just roll through it? really quick.
And then I think he does.
And he
Yeah,
just
that's
runs through
right.
it
And then
real
he
quick.
grabs his whip real quick.
But in UHF, the Weird Al movie, if you haven't watched that movie, go look that up. You could watch that instead of this movie if you wanted to.
UHF is, I think, a legitimate comedy that is really funny.
It's one of those comedies that you would never see made today.
And it's not for everybody because not everyone can go into that type of world and enjoy themselves.
It's like one of those movies you really need to see it when you're young. To really.
When you're young and you have to almost take a step back from it and just enjoy the ride.
Well, on UHF, you need to know
Skyscraper turned into UHF in this review.
You need to know some 80s movies.
That is true.
It's because it's a parody. It's just parody after parody.
There's a lot of parody in it, yeah. So. Gandhi 2. He's back.
Steak, medium rare.
That movie's good. But yeah, Skyscraper, I would give it a D. I think a D. And whatever, man, go see the movie. It's a D movie, but it's I don't know, it's fine.
The Rock brings a certain entertainment value to every thing he does. When he does one of these action movies, I go and I'm entertained. I'm not saying that it's like change your life or anything, but if you go with a friend, don't go alone. Don't go alone.
This isn't one of those movies that you want to go alone to. Like, I personally don't mind going to movies alone. I do it a lot because I can't always.
You can't always have someone to go with you.
There's not always someone who's available to go, and I like to see movies that much that I just, if there's no one to go, I'm still going to go see it.
I go to movies alone.
I honestly don't have a problem with it. I did, like, earlier in my life, I guess.
It's a social thing.
It's kind of a social thing, and you felt awkward. But now I'm just like, man, I'm out of the house, and I'm watching a movie
with a bunch of strangers. You're getting that full theater experience.
Yes, indeed.
Munching on popcorn, and that's what this movie's about. Keeping your theaters running.
Yeah.
Because they don't make much money off the tickets.
No, they don't.
It's the concessions.
Buy those concessions, you guys. I know they're a ripoff, but they're tasty. Anyway, one thing I wanted to say, I would love to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a legitimate role that kind of pushes him as an actor. Because you don't see him being pushed much as an actor very often, I think.
Yeah, well, if anybody knows of a good example, I don't know all of his movies right off the top of my head, but I think he probably, for who he is, he only has a certain range, but I think he could be pushed to a certain range.
I think he could. I think with the right director and the right acting coach, he could really...
I think he could do some good stuff. It's just whether the audience will buy it, because he's so iconic.
Like, pretty much in the movies that he's in, he plays the same guy in every movie.
Yeah.
He's just his own character, and everyone loves it, and they go and see these movies. I would just really like it, since he's made such a movie presence. That's really what he does now more than anything. I would just love to see a director come in and shape him into a real character, and not just Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as such and such, right?
Yeah.
But really kind of put him through the ringer, give him an acting coach, because he's not the best actor. He's really not.
But he has some raw talent.
He has some charisma, is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's charisma.
And he doesn't hold back in any way when he... I mean, just from his wrestling background, that's some weird acting going on there.
Yeah, so he's got some acting background aside from movies.
I mean, professional wrestling is just really physical theater that's acted really bad.
It is.
But it's physical.
And for some reason, people like it. And I don't understand that, but that's just me.
As a kid, so cool.
Yeah, as a kid, it was interesting. Probably just because I had to be sneaky because my parents didn't want me to watch it.
Oh, man. Friday night, parents got on a date. Cook up a frozen pizza and watch WWE SmackDown.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, Skyscraper, last thoughts. Movie. Of course, it's a D movie. You knew it was a D movie going into it.
You know what you're going into, but it's fun. There's people who will just absolutely, I think, like it. But whether people will want to go see it, because there's movies that are probably overshadowing it right now. Jurassic World and and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Ant-Man and stuff like that. We're in the middle of that, thick into the summer. And so I only see Ant-Man and the Wasp kill. Did you see that?
I did.
Okay.
I'm going to do a review of that with Chelsea as soon as I can make things happen.
Okay.
Anyway.
I know. I'm caught. I did see Jurassic World, so I'm partially caught up.
So we'll hear Brett's thoughts on that on Saturday. So that'll be good. Finally get Brett's take on Jurassic World. Sorry if I tainted you, Brett.
Yeah, it's all good. All right.
Anyway, we'd love to hear from you guys. Have you seen Skyscraper? Would you see Skyscraper, or is it one of those that you're not going to see intentionally? What is your opinion? If you did see it, what is your opinion of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in general as an actor? We'd love to hear your thoughts on some of the comments that we've made here.
Contact us on social media. You can give us a call, 801-769-668, and leave us a voicemail, or text us. Just let us know who you are in the text and also you can message us on Anchor if you want to.
That's true. I actually sent a message the other day to someone because I haven't used Anchor that much, but I listened to someone else's podcast and I enjoyed it pretty well. It was I would give a better shout out. I think it was the something millennial picture show.
I showed that they posted an episode.
Yeah. So they posted something about basically a review of Wonder Woman, and it was a good job. So here's a shout out to them, I guess. But I was like, I wonder if I can communicate with them through Anchor, and I guess I could. So I sent them a little voicemail. But
we'll start favoriting people if people talk to us.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys.
Because I know we get a lot of favorites, but I just don't know if you guys are really listening.
Yeah, it's hard to know, but we do appreciate our listeners.
Appreciate it for sure. Thank you.
All right, you guys, you have a great life, I guess, because it's probably not night. I don't know when it is for you.
Well, we gotta go. I gotta go see how the house is. See if the family's still there.
Oh man, don't go there. Don't go there.
No, we're all good.
All right.
Peace out.
That is it for now.